ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binaries of all ages, welcome to How to Make a Literal Cat in Your Favorite RPG. We hope you're not here to learn how to do character creation the right way, because this is a cat creation podcast. I am one of your hosts. My name is Joel.
I am another one of your hosts. My name is Avalon. Welcome.
Thanks for joining me once again, Avalon.
Yeah, hold on. Do you hear that, Joel?
Hear what?
In the background. It's like a slight buzzing. Is that coming from your headset or?
I don't know. It could be my fan, I guess.
Hold on. I think the buzzing is getting louder.
It could be a third host. My name is Bees.
Welcome, Bees.
Oh, it's Bees. Okay.
Hi, everybody.
How's it going, Bees? And welcome to the podcast.
Excited to get started and, nervous and other bee things.
Wait, bees get nervous?
Frequently.
I know they're stereotypically busy, too, so hopefully we're not taking too much of your time.
Anything for my queen.
All right. Well, Joel, what are we looking at today? What's going on the literal cat pod?
Well, we have today a special guest, Bees, who is going to be taking on the role of GM for us so that we can make a cat in the Paranoia RPG.
Ooh, exciting.
So, Bees, on that note, do you want to, take a moment and tell us a little bit about yourself, your RPG experience, podcasting experience, or whatever?
Yes, I would love to. My name is Bees. I've been, podcasting now for performing on podcasts for 6 years, on and off, primarily on a podcast called Paranoia, Fight Together, or Die a Clone, and then also Phantasms Through the Deadly Cthulhu, whichever one you're feeling at the moment. I have been playing tabletops for much longer than that, probably since I was a child. Definitely since I was a child. I was there. And yeah, I think that's the quick beats.
Neat. You're also the person who introduced me, I believe, to the Masks tabletop role-playing game and the Apex City podcast.
Yes, in fact, I'm friendly with some of the people who create it and did guest star on that once.
Oh yeah, that's right, you did.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Well, anyway, would you like to give us a quick rundown on how Paranoia works?
So Paranoia is really fun, and it's very unique in that it is, well, maybe not unique in the modern day, but when it came out, very unique in that it is a PvP style tabletop. I mean, there's definitely collaboration, but I guess the best place to start would be to describe the world. Paranoia is like a retro-futuristic, maybe 1984-esque style dystopia. It is set in Alpha Complex, and it is run by our friend, the computer. And you, the player, typically play as what's called a troubleshooter, and troubleshooters do exactly just that. They shoot the trouble that pops up. They can do any mess of things, whatever the computer needs today. Alpha Complex is run on a caste system, and that caste system goes from infrared to ultraviolet, and they follow the color spectrum with the exception of infrared being represented by black and ultraviolet being represented by white. You, as a troubleshooter, have just become red clearance. You get your promotion. You're no longer living in the bunkers with all the other infrareds, and you get to, shoot the trouble and save the complex. Be the hero.
So tell us about that PvP part.
Yeah. Sorry, I got a little lost in describing the Paranoia. So as a troubleshooter, your primary job is to complete your mission, whatever that mission may be. But your secondary job is very secret, and that is that you are probably part of a secret society, but you're not supposed to be part of a secret society. Very treasonous, but you are part of a secret society. And you might also be a mutant, also very treasonous. And in an effort to move up the caste system and also just, maybe you, have opinions that you care about, you will do secret missions to serve your secret society. Usually they are illegal, and it is something you're trying to hide from the other player characters. You will get your secret mission and your real mission, and you both have to perform your secret mission and not get found out, and also find out what the other players are doing so you can turn them in, because why would you let anyone be treasonous to the computer? That's insane. So that ends up creating like this very unique blend of PvP and PvE, where you're fighting to do your mission, but also you are trying to, underhandedly destroy your fellow players. It's quite fun.
It's very like Betrayal on the House on the Hill style, it
Very
sounds like.
Very similar, in fact, yeah.
Where like you have to work together, but there can only be one winner.
Yeah. Oh, I love a good game of deception,
Yeah, the social deception aspect is what like draws me to it personally. This is my favorite tabletop game, 100%.
Well, we're glad to have you here.
Yes, thank you for inviting me.
Yeah. Before we dive into the actual character creation part of this, we should probably go over the fact that alongside whatever rules the computer has for us to follow, and whatever rules the game has surrounding character creation, our show has some rules to follow as well.
That's right.
Rule number 1 of which is we accept no cop-outs. We are making a cat. So this troubleshooter is going to be a literal cat, which is the exact animal that's going to come to mind when I say the word. No anthropomorphic cat races, no people turned into cats, no lions, tigers, or any other cop-out you can imagine. No RoboCat.
But we're in the future. No, we're going to stick to our rules. The second one is we cannot use homebrew/house rules. If the rules in the rulebook do not explicitly allow something to happen, we count it as a rule broken. And if we come across rules as written versus rules as intended, we break whichever one tells us no. So, you're intended to play as a human, but obviously that's not our thing, so that's usually our main rule broken.
Yep. Rule number 3 is if the game includes stats for a literal cat, those must be used or adapted to the game's character sheets. Is there any chance that that's a thing here?
There is no chance. In fact, it's a little bit interesting because there's almost no animals in Alpha Complex at all. But I do have a plan. I'm prepared for this.
Okay. We have had one cat who is doing a sort of Octodad situation once before, so if that has to happen again...
it might, in fact, be just that.
Oh, boy. The social deception begins. The cat in disguise. Okay, rule number 4 is the character, class, background, playbook, job, what have you, must exist in the game's core rules or as part of an official expansion. We cannot use homebrew classes. Again, homebrew is not real.
Yep. Rule number 5 is the cat can learn any skill available to its class, even if it's not something you could train a cat in real life to do.
Oh, we have so many examples of those.
Mm-hmm. So this cat will be a fully trained and licensed troubleshooter.
Now, we'll get to this when we get to this, but if we're able to make our cat forklift certified, I would like to do so.
I would imagine that all troubleshooters in Alpha Complex are forklift certified.
Okay.
Oh, that makes
or
them
rather,
so
there's
dangerous.
no such thing as a forklift certification, and by virtue of being red clearance, you've got it, baby.
We'll have to find out. Now, it might have to be modified, though, because rule number 6 is if a tool would be physically impossible for a literal cat to use, even if comically downsized for them, they can't use it. So, make some modifications to your forklift, have it piloted by a cat. Who knows?
Yep. It's a little complicated. Rule number 7, we're almost done here. If the character sheet has a section that is meant to be filled out in collaboration with the whole table, we will leave that blank so potential players can make it fit the group they're playing with.
And finally, rule number 8 is we have to keep track of every rule that we break. We gotta stick real hard to that one.
Yep.
Cool. We may be breaking rules. Hopefully not.
That's to be expected in most games.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a unique situation, I assume.
Yeah, I assume we are supposed to be a human.
Yes. So the thing about Alpha Complex is that it is like as like a typical infrared, you've maybe seen a rat in your lifetime. You don't know what a cat is. If you saw a cat, you wouldn't know what that was. So yeah, you are most certainly supposed to be human.
Behold this weird
right,
man.
Yeah. God, you're so hairy. Did they mess up your fucking memo max?
He injected me with something when I was born. I don't know what.
Your cats don't speak, correct?
They can if absolutely necessary.
Yes.
Like if it's a requirement to do the job of the class, they can speak.
Okay. Yeah, I am here and prepared with some possible plans. I feel like we're gonna have to talk it out, but I have at least 2 very similar ideas that would allow this to work in, I guess, canon for Alpha Complex.
Okay.
All right.
Shall I hit you with them? Should we be in the getting started portion?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm desperately flipping through this book for tables.
We will follow your lead on this since we're not supposed to have the book, apparently.
Yeah, so
Oh, do I need to close this?
I was a little bit I misinterpreted the direction that was I thought I was gonna be coming in as a player, so I am panicking. But it's okay.
Oh.
I will find the tables we need to roll on. Okay. I'll find them. But yeah,
if you need me to help you look, I can.
Yeah, I'm looking for start with Secret Society tables. That's what I'm looking for. And then as far as whether or not Avalon you need to close the book, the way that Paranoia works is that it is treasonous for you, the player, like not the player character, the player, to know the rules of the game. You shouldn't know that. But unfortunately, my primary experience with this game was as a player.
Oh no.
So we're all flying blind. It's gonna go great.
Oh, this is gonna be incredible. Genuinely.
There is like a section of the book, it says red clearance, which is your clearance as a player. So that's free reign. And then essentially what happens is, to my understanding, your DM will roll your attributes like your secret society and your mutant power. And then in the way that I have played the game, you might be offered the chance to re-roll it with something called perversity points. Your perversity points are basically good boy points that your GM gives you if you're being a good boy and playing the game right.
Nice. So not if you
Okay.
open up the rule book.
I am working with the XP edition. I believe you have a different Paranoia book, but either one, whoever gets the table first, we'll roll on that one.
Gotcha.
I guess I can give you my vision if you would be interested to hear it.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and hear these concepts.
Okay, so my vision here is that the way that your player character works in Paranoia is that you are a clone. Everyone in Alpha Complex is a clone. And sometimes when you're cloning people, things get a little silly. You know, you make mistakes. Stuff gets crazy. And this is actually the explanation in-universe for mutant powers. It's why you may have a mutant power. You would have something called genetic drift if you got cloned too many times, or just as like a normal guy, you know, sometimes people mess it up. Mistakes were made. There are other ways to become a mutant. That will be relevant if we roll scions, but typically that's how it happens. So my concept, I guess, is that you are a cat through mutant power, basically. Like your mutant power is you're a cat. Does that fits your guys' situation, right?
That sounds kind of close to person turned into cat.
But you came into existence as in this instance, you came into existence like you were freed from your cloning pod for the first time. Your first breath on this planet was as a cat. And it's not like you can change back and forth. You just are a cat. Would that still wouldn't work?
Just to be clear, we would be like a literal newborn person, not like someone else's memories put into a clone body or something like that.
You do have your old memories, so it wouldn't work.
This is an incredibly tricky situation.
Yeah.
This is brand new.
I mean, what even is a clone?
We have to make a...
Yeah, you have to make a ruling
an
as to whether or not someone is a cat, Ship of Theseus style.
Oh god.
Yes.
Let me solve the Ship of Theseus conundrum real quick. I'll get back to you guys.
You said you had 2 concepts. What was the...
Well, honestly, my second concept, not very different. Basically what I was going to bring up, you're not going to like this if you don't like that. My second, I guess, concept, because the first one is based on the fact that you have to hide that you're a cat. Like, you're not supposed to be a mutant, right? Normally they would just, like, melt you down into goo and start over. If it was immediately obvious that you are mutated. But in Alpha Complex, there is one saving grace, one beautiful little treat for us freaks, and that is, if you are a mutant and it's like immediately obvious and there's nothing you can do about it, you can register. And you will be treated like trash, like people look down harshly on registered mutants, but you are allowed to like move freely as a cat. So in this situation, you wouldn't have to octodad as much, but you would still be octodadding, kind of.
I mean, it would.
I like the octodad idea better. I don't like that it's a cat with human memories, but I don't know how else it would know to octodad in lore.
I mean, so I'm trying to think about like what I know. So the way that Alpha Complex works is you are a junior citizen, and then you graduate at I think at 15, you become like a full-fledged citizen of Alpha Complex. But like this character could have like always had the cat mutation ? And people were just like, wow, what a hairy baby.
Wait, what if we're a cat turned into a human that then gets turned back into a cat from their mutation that these people have not known about for a long time?
So now it's a Stuart Little situation?
Stuart Little is actually in canon. I'm sorry to do this to you. In the books, no. Stuart Little, not a mouse. Just a guy, mouse-shaped. Just a kid that was born like that.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, he looks like a mouse. He's mouse size and shaped, but he has human parents.
Yeah, so I guess... So the other thing about Alpha Complex is there aren't parents. We kind of just, like, pluck genetics out of, like, a sludge, if you will, okay. And we make a person and we're like, go forth, do person things.
So wait, is everybody in Alpha Complex a clone of one person or a clone of this sludge thing?
You don't really know what's going on there, okay. And we don't talk about it. But it could kind of be either. It depends on like Alpha Complex is interesting because there are hard and fast rules, but there's a lot that's up to your like GM. Like what the actual setting of Alpha Complex is, that is determined by the person who's running your game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the answers to these questions are similar in that like it would be like if you wanted your history of Alpha Complex to be like everyone small edits of like one person, but it's gone so far that they like distinctly look like other people, you could definitely fit that into the setting for sure. What I would guess the intended situation is that they had like a bunch of donor genetics long before they started pumping hormones into people, so they couldn't reproduce and had no urge to do so, and which is how the world works. But it's kind of nebulous.
Okay, I'm just thinking, like, if we are pulled into being from an indeterminate pile of goo, like, of genetic material.
You could have been accidentally a cat, I think.
Yeah, a cat somehow, by some freak accident, could have, at some point in the line, ended up inside of...
the genetic, the goo, yeah.
And their DNA strands were so small.
Just one day.
You are really pushing it because if you ever get seen by somebody who's like above the clearance of blue, they will have seen a cat before. Like your standard dude, never seen a cat, doesn't know what that is. But although they might be able to identify it as an animal, but like if a blue clearance citizen walked past you a cat, they might be like, that's a cat.
But like, we are operating on the assumption right now, I think. Where I was going with that is, I think even funnier than potentially being a registered mutant, even funnier than an Octodad situation, we don't know we're a cat.
Oh?
Yeah, you just think that you're a short guy with a lot of hair.
Yeah, you just think you're a really short, hairy guy with a funny nose and ears.
So I will say that we would maybe still probably have to register as a... That's interesting. I think you would still have to register as a mutant in that case because you, like, clearly aren't right. Like, there's clearly something wrong. But I do think you could be a cat in this instance. Right. I believe we would have to register cat as a... Not cat, but register hairy small guy as a mutation.
Right out the clone pod, diagnosed funky little guy.
So is this the plan?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We've been misdiagnosed as mutant human when in reality...
When we're just actually a cat. Frankly,
Yeah.
you could have just, like, been a cat that was there, and they were like, whoa, look at this guy.
This cat just wandered in through the vents.
Mistakes do get made, you know?
Wait, are you allowed to say that?
That mistakes get made?
Yeah, in Alpha Complex?
Oh, definitely not out loud. That's a personal thought. That's an inside thought that you shouldn't be having, because that would be wrong.
Okay,
Gotcha.
okay. Just making sure. I think if we are to have all of the capacities of a player character, then we would need to come from a cloning pod so that we can be brought back if killed.
Yes, yeah, you would have to be basically in their systems. There's, like, people whose whole job it is to like, reproduce clones when killed. And also to, like, reproduce the items that are on your body when you're killed, so you can just, like, pop back up and get into action immediately. So yeah, I believe you are correct in that.
Okay. So, yeah, I think that's the way to go. Like, we just come out a little different, like a Stuart Little situation.
It's just a Stuart Little guy, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay, I have found the secret societies, but where is the table that tells me where does he just have his own table? So I guess, like, here's the thing here. The way that this would work is you wouldn't roll. I, the GM, in this instance, would roll and tell you what your secret society was. In that way, if we wanted to make a cat that would function and make sense, we could just make selections. I don't know if that goes outside of the parameters of your game, so to speak.
Well, if we can't find the RNG, then we may have to just make selections.
I'm also thinking that in order to make Cat Guy work, selections might need to be made.
And even if that's a rule break according to the book, if we have to do it to proceed, then you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You said we're looking for tables, right?
Yeah, I'm looking for what I presumed existed, which was tables of... we need tables for mutant powers and tables for your secret society.
I think I found Secret Society in favor.
And then here's the other question. So typically you would have a singular mutant power, right? You're in our cat conundrum. You have drifted a lot, right? You are essentially mutated. And whether or not we're going to call that a mutant power or not, it probably counts as one. You wouldn't necessarily have two mutant powers. I think very rarely you could roll that. So I guess it's up to the discretion of you guys if we want to roll a mutant power for this character. Probably, right? To make it the most like a character.
Yeah, if every character is supposed to have a mutant power of some kind, then we would need to have one.
Okay, despite the fact that being a cat is potentially a mutant power in and of itself, for clarity. I guess what I'm saying is,
yeah,
I don't know if this would be a playable character.
I mean, could being very small qualify as the power?
Yes, so
somehow?
That's the thing. Also, like, cats have lots of things that would qualify as a human as a power. Like, they have, enhanced senses. They have size, nimbleness. They're flexible beyond human. Like, being a cat is, I would consider that a superpower,
Yeah.
I mean, this cat could also be very bad at being a cat.
Yeah, like, we could also just be like, oh, that's, you look like that, but also you have a power. And I guess I am kind of asking you what you think the ruling on that should be. Probably give them a power additionally, right?
I think if there's a mutant power that, like, fits with saying this is a cat, then we should just put that one down and just move on from there.
Yeah.
Avalon, can you post the table?
Yeah, what page are you on?
See, I went down to page 84, 85 in the PDF, but it has the pointless of rivalry table. That seems to be the only one I can find.
It's
yeah.
possible that my GM created their own tables. I don't think that's true, though. I feel like I remember there being a table. I once attempted to run a Paranoia game myself. But it has been many years, and I have a pathetic memory.
I do see a list of secret societies and favors, but on page 94, but I don't see, like, a table for it. Let me keep going, though.
I mean, we can just roll a die, 1 through whatever, for the secret societies, and then as far as mutant powers go, I'm certain that they have suggested ones. I have found charts here. I'm sorry for coming into here with the most annoying possible game for this specific task.
You are A-okay.
Yeah.
Our main goal is to show the people that making a cat is possible anywhere, and sometimes that goal is a little harder than other time.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean we can't do it.
Okay. Charts, tables. This version of the book that I'm looking at, which is a different one than the version of the book that you are looking at, I believe, does not appear to have a table. That being said, we know what secret societies there are, so if we just roll... Oh, goodness. It's not going to be accurate, though.
Do we just need to, like, make a list of them?
Well, that's what I'm thinking is, and then we just, like, roll... Also, how do you guys... What do you typically roll on? Do you use, like, Do you have physical dice?
Oh, Avalon usually just pulls... Yeah, Avalon just usually pulls out some dice.
I have anywhere from 7 to 30 dice on me at any given time.
I've got an app on my phone.
You know, they say that computer-generated dice numbers are more random than your typical
They're less
polyhedral set.
random.
Are they less random?
Are they not?
I'm pretty sure it was they were more...
Well, because computers are not good at approximating randomness in like a real situation, to my knowledge. But I might be wrong.
Maybe I've had my facts wrong.
If you guys give me a 1d100 roll, presumably on a computer, we can get that secret society locked down.
All right.
You want to take that one, or you want me to?
I can take it.
Okay.
D100, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Let's see what we get. Exactly 30.
Let's see what it says for 30 on this table that I have found.
Okay.
This is awful. Do it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna give you a flat no. I will read to you what you have rolled. It says spy for an outside organization. Sometimes spies in the Alpha Complex come from places that aren't even Alpha Complex. They aren't even Omega Complexes. They're just government, states, or other organizations that exist outside of Alpha Complex's walls.
Wait. We can Octodad as a... They send in a cat, because nobody at Alpha Complex knows what a cat is. We Octodad the cat, because he's actually just a cat.
Okay, but in this instance, you must be doing your absolute best to never view someone over, like, the clearance of, like, green. Because, again, those people there are people who know what cats are.
That sounds like a problem for the people who use this character.
Sounds good, alright. Spy from an outside organization.
If that works for you guys, I'm just spitballing here.
Hey, it's a better explanation than anything we came up with.
Alright, where would I...
man.
And then, typically you would start at a first degree. Because you just got
Sounds
in there,
good.
you know? It's 1 out of 20 in my games. I don't know if that's real. Let's get what else? We need a job, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Yes.
I should have the character sheet pulled up in front of me. That'll make this
Less
easier.
Yeah, horrifying. Okay, I'm sure that's in the book, right? Ah, here it is. Okay. No, those are your skills. Give me a 1d8.
Joel, would you like to roll this one?
I can roll this one, I guess. Let me just pull my dice app up here. Roll a d8, and I got a 4.
Oh my god, I found the fucking secret society. I found the secret society table! Okay, congratulations, you work for Power Services. That is your service group and firm, is Power Services.
Okay.
Do you guys want to re-roll our societies since I found the real chart?
Is it gonna be that different?
It will be insanely different.
What do you think, Avalon?
I say we could re-roll on the actual chart.
Yeah.
We'll just have to go back to our original thinking of the character.
Yeah.
Okay. 1d20?
Potentially.
Imagine, what are the odds we roll the same one?
You could theoretically roll the same one. Very unlikely.
Okay, what does a 12 get us?
We are the Mystics. The Mystics are a fun little group of drug doers, essentially.
Okay.
So in Alpha Complex, mind-altering fun, honestly, is treasonous. And especially mind-altering substances, right? There is this sect of people who hate that. They think that that's uncool, lame, silly. They said, I don't care that we're in retro future hell, I'm gonna be a hippie. And that's you.
Maybe that's how no one's noticed we're a cat. That's the company
They're all
we
like
keep.
far too high. Everyone in our secret society is like far too high to know what the hell we're doing.
They're like, yeah, that's, he just looks weird. He's fine. He's a chill guy at heart.
Yeah, I thought he was just really hairy.
Some people, they don't have, the money to shave. You can't fault somebody because their credits are, I mean, you can, and they need to get that solved right now, but.
Hey guys, it's mid-roll time.
Mid-roll, more like mid-roll. It's fine. We're here to tell you about the show.
Yeah. So, if you have been following us at all recently, you may have heard me mention a tabletop game I've been working on, which, as we all know, you finally got a chance to look at last episode. So, yay. Hope you've been enjoying that.
I'm sure they have. I've barely seen it, and I've been enjoying the hell out of it.
Yeah, I literally just uploaded it 5 minutes before not 5 minutes. It's been an hour or two. I had time to play some Splatoon 3 before we started recording.
Nice.
Like one round, but who's counting? Let's see, we should actually talk about the show, which, well, as of right now, the website is not live, so I can't really tell you how to get to it. But you can still go to literalcatpod.start.page to find our basic landing page that has a link to all of the important stuff, except the past.
Except the past?
Yeah, a link to the past.
Oh, right. Sorry, I was never a Legend of Zelda kid, so I never really played those ones.
Well, I didn't play that one in particular either.
It's alright. I've never beat one either, but they're gonna cook me for that one in the comments. But yeah, you can find all sorts of stuff for the show on that website. One of which is the email, which is literalcatpod@gmail.com. You can do lots of fun stuff in the email. Send us games, send us your cat pics, send us ideas you have. Reach out if you want to try to get on the podcast. If you have fun character ideas, there's a plethora of things you can do with email.
Yeah. We're going to be doing a fun character idea that was submitted by a listener in the very next episode, actually.
Yes, I just learned of this like 10 minutes ago. I'm already excited for it.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to tell him what it is, but you'll find out. You'll find out.
God, the weight is killing me.
Well, now the weight can be killing them, too.
Exactly. Suffer as I have.
Anyway, so yeah, we've got the email, then we've got all of our social medias, which, if you follow any social media, be it YouTube, Twitter, Tumblr, technically TikTok, I think, just go to @literalcatpod, and there will be our web presence.
Yeah, we're all over the internet.
We sure are.
We've got so many pages, so many places to check us out and interact and engage. Another way that you can interact / engage with the show is by rating and reviewing.
As of right now, I still don't think we have any of those. No, we've got plenty of ratings, I should say. We've got ratings, just no written reviews.
It's been a while since I checked, but so far, ratings are good, and I hope that you guys could leave a review, a good one, and tell people what you think about the show. It really helps boost us in the various algorithms. And, sometimes before people listen to a show, they're like, oh, let's see what other people are saying about it. So you can help get people more inclined to listen to your favorite podcast. That's right. It's your favorite.
I mean, it's probably someone's favorite. And if it's not yet, it will be. I have confidence in us.
There you go. Me too, buddy.
What else do we have to... Oh, yeah. After rating and reviewing, the next best way that you can talk about the show, actually the actual best way that you can get the word out there, is word of mouth. And the best way for you to do word of mouth is to screw with your game master by bringing him one of our character sheets. Or her. Or they. I don't know any other pronouns off the top of my head.
It, Z... My well is run dry. You took 3 of my known ones.
I mean, I took the easy ones. I'm sorry. Anyway.
Yeah, where can they find those cats, Joel?
Yeah, they gotta go to bit.ly/literalcatpod, where you can download the character sheets from this and every other episode.
That is a lot of cats.
Yeah. Final note on the show, at least, is our Patreon, which is patreon.com/badgertrove. Why Badgertrove? Because we have more than just a podcast now. There's also a TTRPG.
Exciting stuff.
It's in playtesting, but who cares? It's out there.
It's there. You can find it. And guess what? It only gets bigger from here. There's going to be more stuff there in the future.
Yeah, we are totally going to eventually finish the other RPG we mentioned. 3 anime dudes in a trench coat gave me a big sword and asked me to kill God.
Yeah, we will get to
Or
that.
not in a trench coat. It was at a truck stop, my bad.
Truck stop. It worked. They could be in a trench coat.
Yeah. 3 anime dudes in a trench coat at a truck stop.
Now are they stacked on top of each other?
No, I think it's side by side. I think they've got the wide trench coat. Anyway, that Patreon, by the way, starting to pop off. All I had to do was tell people that Fall Spooktacular was winning in the polls, and 2 people signed up specifically to contest that.
Still so funny to me. Who are those people, Joel? The kind members?
Yeah, so we've got 2 new patrons. We've got Davriel, who signed up at the Badger Night tier. That's the $5 tier, which means I've actually got to start publishing the episodes a week early over there. So thanks for that. I'm not mad, by the way. That we said we would do that if you paid us enough. And then we also have a new Badger Pawn, Dion DeCarnett. Both of these guys, as far as I know, specifically signed up to flip the poll.
Yeah.
So we don't actually know who the winner is yet. Other people could come in and try and change the results. So there's still time for someone else to sign up to try and flip the poll. So we're not going to announce the winner yet. It looks like it's going to be Wild West winner, but you know what? Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to edit in the actual winning theme right here. So, drum roll please. I'm not actually going to drum roll. The winner of the first themed event poll on our Patreon is Wild West Winter.
Wow, that's incredible. Honestly, I was really rooting for the other one, but this one came out on top.
So that means this winter, we will be doing games based on the theme of Wild West Winter.
And I'm so excited for it. I love our themed events.
Okay, so this one's run a little long. Let's go real quick on our personal plugs.
Okay, you can find me on Twitter, Twitch, Tumblr, and TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at Avalon Alchemist. Follow my Twitch. I'm a freaking gamer, and we can chat over there. All right, Joel, what you got?
Follow me on Tumblr at Donello Leoge. You can hear more about Silent Mayhem Under Springfield, the RPG about stealing cheese from the government.
All right, I think that's it. So get out of this mid roll.
What he said.
All right, and I have found the mutant power table as well. Go me. Let's give it a let's do a silly one. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. 1d20.
Joel, would you like to do this one? We'll just go back and forth.
I gotcha.
If you would like me to do them, I have everything readily available.
I've got an app on my phone. It's all good.
All right.
There's the D20. I got a 17.
You have rolled telekinesis. Pretty self-explanatory mutant power. Also a banging one.
That's incredible. We can legitimately act like a human.
Yeah, you
We
could
just
actually
hold
just wear
up
like
our
a
clothes.
standard.
And
Yeah.
ourselves with telekinesis.
No one knows because I've been floating the whole time.
We really do probably walk like Octodad.
Yeah, yeah. We're kind of wiggling around everywhere, like, oh man.
And then just as an explanation for what I meant as do a silly one, in Paranoia there are 3 different forms of the game you can play. One version is intended for one-shots, and then there's also Classic, which is intended for, like, probably 2 or 3 sessions, and then Straight, which is a very serious form of the game and is intended for, like, long form. What's it called when you play a tabletop game?
A campaign?
Campaign. So what I have done is chosen to roll on the Zap table because that's more fun. And so your wealth of powers are a little sillier and a little more, unreasonable.
Nice.
Not that you can't get telekinesis in other ways. You certainly can.
All you have to do is train. I mean, I did it a few years ago. I had a free summer, so...
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Are you a cat?
No, I just have telekinesis. I don't like getting my hands greasy when I eat pizza.
Yeah, you know that photo of the guy of the guy making the pizza float to him?
That's actually who I learned it from. He was my teacher.
Wow. That's incredible. All right, speaking of...
Oh, hey, I just found the mutant power table in my book.
Yeah, look at that. Right on schedule. So, speaking of things that are completely unbelievable to me, the Mystics, our group that we are in, our high hippie friends, you get secret skills as a part of the society that you are in. And the Mystics have fun secret skills. There's 3 different kinds of secret skills. There's uncommon, unlikely, and unhealthy. Unhealthy skills are expressly treasonous. If you have this, you got it doing something bad. You should not have done that. You were wrong. Report yourself to the computer immediately. An unlikely skill is something that you could have gotten through work or some kind of anything, but that's weird. It's weird that you know that. Like, why do you know that?
Mm.
And then uncommon is just something that not a lot of people know. And so the way these work is that you will receive, and the way for the Mystics it works, you will receive directly your uncommon and unhealthy skill, but then you get to choose between 2 for our unlikely skill. So our uncommon skill from the Mystics is drug procurement.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's pretty clear, but what that means is, like, you have the capacity to get drugs now, today, right now.
You've got to,
Yeah, exactly. Exactly this. Your unhealthy skill that you will receive is Old Reckoning drugs. The Old Reckoning is the time before Alpha Complex. There's not a lot of information about it, and you really shouldn't know anything about it. It's not a good idea. But you do. You know a little bit about it, and specifically you know a little bit about the drug parts.
Nice.
Okay.
We're well studied in drugs.
And so much about drugs. You joined the drug community, dude.
Just a bunch of people helping each other out by getting each other high.
I mean, somebody has to know the drug history.
That's true.
Yeah. What are we gonna do? Just forget? Like intended?
Now, if you do drugs, a side effect of them is forgetting stuff. So...
But not you and your cat-like reflexes.
Yeah, cats are the perfect drug historians.
Truly. You've seen them at parties just watching.
That's
waiting.
true. They're taking notes the whole time, actually.
Yeah. If you are on drugs right now, your cat is listening. Listening device.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And always remember, all birds are government drones.
For your unlikely skill, you guys get to select between 2. I mean, I'll let you pick. Would you prefer to be proficient in meditation or partying?
I mean, let's get one thing straight. This cat's cool as fuck, right?
He's floating, dude.
Right.
I feel like we have to be proficient in partying.
Is that your final answer?
Joel, what do you think?
Yeah, you know what? Party cat seemed like... That was where my mind immediately went to. Let's do it.
Party. I love Party Cat. Let's see. On my sheet, we can select... Maybe we should have started here. You know, I just rushed to the hard end of this. We could have eased ourselves in. we can designate our cat as male, female, or other? What are we feeling?
Party cat exists above the concept of gender.
Absolutely.
You got it.
Party cat has dude bro pronouns.
Nope, I think we've already made that joke.
Wait,
I don't remember which cat, but
It's the same cat.
No, we only have one recurring cat on this podcast.
Okay, some other fun facts about Party Cat. Party Cat is a troubleshooter, right? So they're definitely red clearance. Right. That is okay. A no-brainer. Party Cat is on clone number 1 because Party Cat, is a player character, and we don't want to fuck the person who's playing this character. Essentially, that's the real reason.
Right.
But you guys get to decide Party Cat's name and their sector. And then their full designation will be name, R, which stands for red, their clearance, a 3-letter designation for their sector, and their clone number. You can have a lot of fun with this, and I encourage you to do so.
Okay. What's a cool party name?
What if I just Google party cat name?
Okay.
You tell me.
Well, I got 76 funny names for cats.
What's the funniest name for a cat?
Let's see. Let me scroll down. The number 1 funniest name for a cat. Oh, these aren't actually numbered.
Oh, they don't have them ranked?
No, they're put into categories. Like, we've got funny cat names from Cats the Musical, funny names for cats, funny names for small cats.
Do they have funny names for undercover cats?
I mean, we could still go through this list here, potentially. We've got Bubbles, Cheddar, Fishbait, Jiggles, Katy Purry, Kit Kat, Meow Eyes, Putty Tat, Skimbleshanks, and Sushi for the top funny cat names.
Hold on.
Top funny
Hold
cat
on.
names.
One of these is not like the other. Did you say Skimbleshanks?
It's a cat from Cats.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
They have very stupid names. I don't know if you've ever seen Cats.
Oh, I've had the lore of Cats explained to me numerous times, and I still don't understand it. I saw the off-Broadway production of Cats. I have no idea what happens in that play.
What is unclear to you about cats trying to get into heaven?
The thing that sucks about Cats is it's 2.5 hours of cats introducing themselves, and then they die. I
think it's the perfect musical. I believe that firmly.
Up until the second to last song, they are all just introducing themselves.
Well, you gotta know who deserves to be a Jellicle cat, dude.
That's true. I thought they were all already Jellicles.
I think that's true. I haven't seen Cats.
Wait, you haven't seen?
Wait, what?
No. I just know a lot about musical theater. I've learned.
That's fair. Go watch Cats and then tell me if you understand it, because I'm lost.
I feel like I get it, and that's enough for me.
Now, to be fair, Skimbleshanks would not be a Jellicle cat name, because Jellicle cats have 3 names, which you would know if you saw it.
I'm sorry.
What's our go here, Joel?
I don't know. Do we like any of the names that I heard a laugh on Katy Purry, I think.
No, I think I actually laughed at Skimbleshanks.
I do like Skimbleshanks. It's like,
is it?
It's slightly, it's Warrior Cats-esque type of name.
Oh boy, we could go down the Warrior Cat route.
We've done that too many times.
That was like our first 4 cats.
It's such a beautiful naming schema.
Fan, if you're listening, I'm sorry. We've just done it too many times.
He'll live.
Now that is a cat media that I'm intimately familiar with.
One of the Warrior Cats kids, I see. Now, let's see. I'm gonna do something entirely different. I'm gonna look up not funny cat names. Because what if we had the chillest cat with the worst name possible?
Wait, so you're just Googling least funny cat names?
I typed in serious cat names. The first thing that popped up is a list of tough cat names.
That's not serious. Those are not synonyms.
Tough, serious, what even is a synonym? Okay.
So I Googled least funny cat names, and the top resource is top 50 wackiest cat names of 2020.
I have a list right here titled Top Badass Cat Names.
What kind of partier have we got here? Is he tough? Is he silly? Is he badass?
Now,
does he have to act tough on the job?
ooh, perhaps.
But in his downtime, he's a party cat.
A double named cat.
A name that transitions from night to day?
Yeah.
Or day to night, rather?
Oh, what if we did... No, we'd have to come up with our own. No, wait, never mind, that wouldn't work. I was gonna say something about a palindrome, but I'm a dumbass, because that's just the same thing. If you, like, a name that we could flip, so it spells something one way, but it spells something different the other way, but it still spells something, you know?
Yeah, so he couldn't be Taco Cat, because if you tried to spell it the other way, that would still be Taco Cat.
Exactly.
And please remember that you also have a 3-letter designation for your sector to personalize as well.
True.
A lot of people will make like a joke. Like, for instance, my name was Bees R BZZ or Bees R Buzz.
Nice. Wait, you said it's just 3 letters designation?
So your name, it can be any length. Although it is one name, it's not multiple names.
Okay.
So you only have a first name, like Cher, you know?
Gotcha.
And then your sector is 3 letters.
Okay.
So Thorin Oakenshield Kitty under the Meownton would be too much?
I don't think that they would let you put that on the paper, no.
Okay.
I don't think the computer would come up with that for you, which is in fact probably how people in Alpha Complex are named.
Okay. That's actually a lot more informative than anything. So we have to think like a computer for a moment.
Okay.
If you were a computer, what would you name your only kitten son? Your only kitten child?
Charlie.
Okay. Charlie's a good one. I was gonna say Kit.
I will not elaborate.
Charlie's been selected. And what sector is Charlie from?
CA-T.
I was about to say, can it just be
obviously CAT, right? Yeah, okay. If you guys notice, my tentative fake name for the cat was also from CAT.
Yeah.
All right, so your name is Charlie R CAT1. You work for Power Services on the daily, but when you are troubleshooting, you are a troubleshooter, and you secretly are doing drugs, getting high, having fun, having a good time with the Mystics, and you are moving physically through Alpha Complex using telekinesis to fill out your suit so that no one knows that you secretly love drug procurement, partying, and old reckoning drugs. Now, as far as your skills, when you start the game, you just start with base skills. So, like, there's 2 sets of skills, action skills and knowledge skills.
Okay.
You would have, I believe, 4 7s and 2 8s, and you put them in the top of the skill, and then later, as the game progresses, you modify your different skills. So while you guys are placing your 7s and 8s, I will figure out what the beginning modification allowed to you is. So, but to explain, are you looking at the sheet at the moment?
Yes.
The one that I have?
I'm looking at your screen right now.
Okay. Like, let's say you have a 7 in management, and again, you'll get 1, 2, 3, 4 7s and 2 8s. Then all of these would be 7. But later, one of them might be -3 or whatever, and I'm about to not do that. I'm about to figure out what exactly those are, while you guys determine where you're putting your 7s and 8s.
So, like, just to be clear, the number that we're selecting right now will go in the, just for the category.
Yes, this is for the category. And then all of these, so like if you have a 7 in management, then your bootlicking, chutzpah, con games, hygiene, interrogation, intimidation, moxie, and oratory are all 7s, but then they will also get modified stats, which I will be researching while you look at this. Does that make sense?
Okay. I think so, yes.
Let's say, I believe that one of them is going to be a -3. So then you're going to be able to place in any of these subcategories your -3. So if you did 7 with the -3, this would be a 4 in hygiene, for instance.
Okay. I feel like we've got... What's wetware? Wetware is... it's like bioscience, bioweapons, medical, outdoor. Okay. I feel like we gotta put an 8 in that, right?
Yes.
We're really good at the organic stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that real natural stuff.
And then I feel like as a cat, stealth would make sense or violence. Do you think stealth or violence should be our next 8?
Ooh. I think, well, since I was gonna say stealth, but violence might be better.
I guess it depends on what we're on.
Yeah, they just flip depending on if our cat is taking an upper or
Your
downer.
drugs will modify your rolls after.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So just when we're sober, what is our baseline?
Yes,
I don't know. I think our personal self-impression is that we're better at stealth, but in reality, we might be better at violence.
Yeah, I think violence is our go here for our second 8.
Because if there's one thing I know from the people I know that do drugs, they think they're real good at hiding it, and they really are not.
Yeah, that's very true.
No offense, y'all are great, but
So where have we placed our things so far?
we've decided our 8s are gonna be wetware and violence, I think.
Yep.
Alrighty. And then everything else is a 7. Okay, and then the way that this is going to work is with one caveat, so I'll start with that. Every troubleshooter has a base energy weapon skill of 11, regardless of what your violence skill is. That's irrelevant. You have an 11 in energy weapons. Or rather, you have a +3 in energy weapons, I think. And I'm the GM, and that's what I've decided.
Okay.
You are going to get, in each of these, so in everything in management is 7, right? You get to designate 1 + 1, 1 - 3, 1 - 4, and 1 - 5. And that is true for each category. Is that clear?
I think so.
Can you read those back again?
I will. 1 +1, 1 + 1. I'm writing them on the top if you can't see.
Okay.
1 -3,
Okay.
1 -4, and 1 -5.
Okay.
That's helpful. Okay. So, let's start with our action skills here. I want to say we have +1 Moxie.
Yeah, I agree with that. Cool cat. That's I feel like that constitutes some moxie. I don't know what the definition of moxie is, so
I can provide to you the definition of Moxie.
Oh, that would be helpful.
Yeah, I would love to do that. A second. Management skills, I think, are the ones that are the most confusing as to, what the actual definition of the word would mean. Moxie is your streetwise smarts. Canny assessment of a person, situation, or statement. Chutzpah, on the other hand, is getting others to accept doubtful statements through confident assertion, bluffing, or unmitigated gall. Con games, different. Hoodwinking a citizen or bot through fast talk, spurious logic, and persuasion. This isn't physical sleight of hand. There is a different skill for that.
I feel like we'd be bad at that one, actually.
yeah.
You think that you, a person who spent their entire life pretending to be a person and not a cat, is bad at pretending to be a person and not a cat?
No, I think we're bad at fast talking.
So, how bad?
Well, not too bad, probably, but maybe our -3. Then I see hygiene as one of our options. Are we a little smelly?
I mean, if we got that drug stank on us, yeah.
That drug stank.
That might be our -5.
You heard it here, folks.
Come on.
This is a smelly little guy.
Yeah, everybody who's done drugs or has been around people that have done drugs knows about the drug stank.
I am very clean.
I work a drive-thru, so
Yeah.
yeah.
I was about to say I'm specifically talking about either anybody who has worked at fast food, mainly Taco Bell, or in a Walmart.
I feel like you are misattributing other factors to the drug doing of your customers.
What's that supposed to mean?
What?
I don't think the people at Walmart and Taco Bell are stinky because they're on drugs. I think they're stinky for other reasons.
Okay, well...
Oh, you're talking about the employees.
Yeah, I was talking about the people that frequent
I was
the
talking about the
establishment.
customers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was talking about the customers.
Oh.
Well, that can be true, but also some smells are pretty strong.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I know what I smell like coming off a shift.
Yeah, the employees are smelly for, once again, very different reasons.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, let's get back on track here. We need to place our -4 somewhere.
Would you like a definition for bootlicking?
Yes.
This is basically to bootlick. It says how to ingratiate yourself with your superiors. So this is how well can you throw yourself at a floor and beg for someone to take pity on you?
If we didn't have to pretend to be a human, I feel like we'd be real good at it.
I suspect that may be true.
Yeah.
Cats love to throw themselves at your feet and show you their bellies.
Yeah. I don't think literally doing that, if you're supposed to be a normal guy, is going to be as ingratiating, but...
Listen, it could work.
Okay. Well, we might need to find somewhere else to put our -4 then.
Do you believe yourself to be quite intimidating as a floating hairy guy?
I think our head's too small
Yeah.
in the uniform for us to be that intimidating.
Yeah, I think our intimidation skills are very lacking.
Alright, sounds good. My beautiful boy, time to move to stealth.
Let's see what we have here.
Hit me up for definitions if you require them.
Okay, I feel like we've got to be good at concealment.
I was about to say the same thing. Concealment has to be our +1.
You know we always keep that stuff on us.
Yeah. Hey man, I just got some new catnip. Trying to hit this shit.
You'll never find it, but we are definitely holding it.
Yeah, have fun trying to find out which one of my 90 pockets it's in. God, I love cargo pants.
Being a troubleshooter has some perks.
Let's see. I think we'd be bad at security systems, probably.
Yeah, we are not hacking into that mainframe.
-5 bad?
Yeah, sure.
Probably.
I also feel like we're maybe too awkward of a telekinetic to be good at sleight of hand.
Yeah, because we don't really have hands. So...
We can move the fingers, but we have to focus on it. So I think that has to be like our -4.
Yeah.
Do you think of yourself as sneaky?
Oh, we gotta be sneaky.
Yeah.
What could I get a shadowing definition?
Absolutely. That is to follow another individual, but I'll give you the book definition. Following someone without being noticed.
Now would the
No man, we're real awkward.
Not so sure about that one.
would the drug stank unconceal us with shadowing?
I think your awkward telekinesis body would unconceal you with shadowing.
Yeah, my vote's for shadowing.
Yeah, if we've got to move, we're going to be stomping those boots around maybe a little too loud.
Yeah, I don't know what a normal volume of boot stomping is.
And that's why you're bad at shadowing. On to violence.
Exactly.
One addendum, you may not alter your energy weapon skill to be higher.
Okay.
So that one's just 11 no matter what.
I mean, you could make it 6 if you wanted to die.
Gotcha. I mean, to be fair, we have 9 lives, so do we really need...
You have... Fun fact about Alpha Complex. You have infinite lives as long as you can pay for them. A clone pack is 6 clones. Once you run through that, I believe it costs something like 10,000 credits to get a second set of 6. But theoretically, you have infinite lives, presuming you can afford to.
Gotcha.
So we don't get 9 for free for being a special little guy?
If someone found out that you were a special little guy, you would get 0 for free. You would be over.
That's
you would
fair.
Be exterminated.
That's fair. That's fair.
Now, fine manipulation, I think could go either way. Because, like, we have the telekinesis, which one could argue is the finest manipulation, but we don't have hands. Or opposable thumbs.
I have to imagine that your inability to have hands is going to make your ability to manipulate things delicately nigh impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that one's gotta be like a -4 or 5.
Yeah, probably a -4. Because I'm thinking hand weapons might be our -5.
Alrighty. Do we think you're good at throwing stuff? Probably. You're probably pretty good at
Oh,
throwing
we
stuff.
have gotta be good. Yeah. We can do it with our mind. That's like our best thing.
Yeah.
Have we put our +1 down yet?
No, I threw that into thrown weapons, but it can be moved. I'm just trying to record as you guys say it so I don't get lost.
And, sorry, I'm looking at the image and not the stream. Here, let me actually...
So which one have we not used yet?
You've not used your -3.
That should probably go under vehicular combat, right?
Yeah. Are you a good driver? Probably not.
No, we never found out.
No, we don't even start the car.
We never found out if we were forklift certified or not, so...
Well...
I feel like we can drive, but we don't... No one can figure out how we're driving because we didn't actually start the car.
So we
little
just...
cat arms on the machine, trying to reach the wheel.
Yeah, we got our empty gloved arms just sitting on the steering wheel, and the car is moving. It just it doesn't seem quite right.
All right, that rounds out our action skills. Time for our knowledge skills. Hardware.
Okay.
You have a 7 overall.
Okay.
I feel like tying into the vehicular combat thing, we are probably not very good at vehicle operation and maintenance.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. That's probably our -5.
Do we want to say this cat is good at nuclear engineering?
I was gonna say either that or chemical engineering.
I would personally suggest chemical, as you are a mystic. That would make it would be a little bit more reasonable.
Yep. That's in theme with the other stuff. I was just going for the comedy bit.
I mean, you're decent at nuclear engineering unless you tank it. A 7, impressive.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it.
What about weapon and armor maintenance?
What are you thinking for that? We got -3 or -4.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe a -3. Because I feel like we're more familiar with it, but we still just can't get it quite right, you know?
And then finally you're -4.
That's just based on our other weaknesses. I think that's got to be bot operation and maintenance, right?
Yeah.
That would track with being a mystic too. I don't really feel like they care very much about the robots of the realm. Alright, on to software.
Well, again, not good at bots, so bot programming probably also -4.
Vehicle programming, -5 perhaps.
Just not into cars, really.
Yeah, we're not a car guy.
So
real bad at cars.
For clarity, CBay is much what it sounds like. Alpha Complex version of eBay, essentially. And so your software skill in CBay is your ability to navigate online purchases, essentially. To navigate CBay and how well you do it at buying things off of
it. This cat is no stranger to shady purchases, let's be real.
Incredible at CBay. +1.
Yeah, I think that's our +1.
I feel like it should either be a +1 or a -5. We have a really bad spending habit.
This is just your ability to navigate. If you're throwing all your money away, that has nothing to do with your skills.
That's true.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
In fact, if anything, I assume it would sharpen them.
We don't understand money.
Yeah, financial systems.
I don't think we understand the concept of money that well.
Yeah, this cat doesn't even know what a bank is. He just carries all his cred sticks on him.
Have we clarified whether or not you can speak? Can you speak?
Ooh. I don't think we...
I think we've been operating under the assumption that this cat can speak. I've been operating under the assumption this cat can speak.
Yeah,
I think...
kind of. I feel like he has to, or they have to.
Yeah, I mean, I based on how you statted out management, I would say that they probably have to. And also because, you know, that would almost definitely be considered a defective clone that got like a...
Yeah, if you can't talk, they're gonna throw you away.
Oh, I've somehow given 2 -4s, so actually financial systems is a -3, or...
Yeah.
Alright, and then wetware.
We gotta be good at bioscience, right?
Yeah.
You also you might want to consider pharmacotherapy.
Oh, I didn't even see that down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do +1 pharmacotherapy.
Yeah.
Probably bad at bioweapons.
Yes. I think that could be our -4. What about outdoor life? Would that be our -5, maybe? How much time...
You a cat. Outdoor life, telling a tree from a weed, a bird from an elephant, when most citizens have never heard of these. Are you aware you're a cat?
That's a good question.
I don't think we are.
Okay.
I think if we are saying that we were born in the cloning vats, we don't know we're a cat.
Yeah.
Alright, then I think it would be appropriate to tank your outdoor life skill. Maybe the most.
Yeah, I was gonna say -5.
Yeah. You're not supposed to let your cats outside.
That's true. Keep your cats
Bad for
indoors,
the environment.
you heathens.
Alright, and then just do -3.
And then, are we are already... We're bad at being cloned. Are we bad at cloning?
Yeah. I think bad at cloning fits.
That would also explain like your inability to recognize the failures of your nature.
Yeah.
Like if you're like, I don't know, that's just how it works, I guess.
Doesn't everyone fill up their suits with their mind?
This is normal, and it's why I haven't registered as a mutant.
Yeah, this is just how everybody does it, right?
Your parents, when you try to get diagnosed as autistic.
Everybody.
That's how everyone acts.
Yeah, everybody's like that. What are you talking about?
So real.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically the only thing left is to assign a tick. Now, the way that this would work in a traditional game of Paranoia, and so I believe that this cross-sects with your rules, but we'll ask, this is a group thing, but it's also secret. The way that we would play it is that our GM would ask us all to submit 2 ticks, and then would like randomly distribute a single tick to each of the players. Now I've realized that you don't know what that is, because you haven't played this game, correct?
Correct.
Well, if this is a thing that's done as the group, we'll skip it,
Yeah.
even if it's like a thing that could be secret, because it does need to fit the group.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, then Charlie our cat, 1, is ready and willing to fight.
Nice.
A lot of this stuff would happen within the game. This is something
Okay.
you would receive. This is something that you would receive for completing missions. For people who are listening, I realize that this is an audio medium. Your credits and your perversity items you would receive
Gotcha.
throughout the game.
It's okay. You'll be able to follow along with the character sheet at home.
And then this is your mandatory bonus duty is also something that you would assign. Either the computer would assign it to you, or your party would determine it. Typically the way that my game was played is the computer or some external factor would determine who the team leader is, and then the team leader would determine who the other roles were. So Charlie he's done. They're done, rather.
Nice.
Okay. Well, if you could save that sheet out and send us a copy of it, we'd appreciate that.
Absolutely can. I do need to wake up my Mythweavers.
And let's see, is there anything... Oh yeah, did you actually plug the name of your podcast? I don't remember.
I did mention it earlier, I think. Yes. Would you like me to do that a second time?
Yeah. This is another opportunity for you to tell us a little bit about something you want us to check out, or our audience at least.
I would love to do that. Like I said, I've been in a couple different things, but the primary reason I'm here, and specifically the reason we're doing Paranoia today, is because of a podcast called Paranoia: Fight Together or Die a Clone. I am just one of the players on this podcast. It's been running for like 3-4 years now. Our Paranoia campaign is complete. We have moved on and altered the title, although if you search for Paranoia: Fight Together or Die a Clone, that's what you will find us under. But we have altered the title temporarily to Phantasms Flee the Deadly Cthulhu, because we have been doing some one-shots of Call of Cthulhu. We're very funny.
I have heard an episode of the show. It was pretty funny. I'm adding it to my list of things to listen to.
It's quite long.
I have so many actual plays on backlog that I need to try and catch up on.
Don't we all?
Yeah, I have I have quite a lot, I think, as well.
Wouldn't surprise me. So I think that's it. I'm not forgetting something in my Avalon.
No, I don't think so. Oh, rules broken. Rules broken.
Right. Help me out here. I know we broke the supposed to be a human rule.
Yeah, theoretically, that's wrong.
So, was there anything else that you know of that we have broken the rules of?
I mean, well, I guess that's up to interpretation. It's interesting because this is typically a much less back and forth affair, but obviously the nature of your podcast does not allow it. You shouldn't know any of the rules of the game at all. You shouldn't really know the list of secret societies that exist. So in that way, you two knowing anything about the game is technically a broken rule. But within the game, there are, like, punishments that exist for committing treason as a player and not a player character. So I guess it's hard to say.
Alright, I'm just gonna put 2 broken rules. 1, we're supposed to be human, and 2, we know too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that seems fair.
Okay. Well, there you have it, folks. You have already committed treason as a player for Paranoia by listening to this episode. But if you wanted to join a Paranoia game, we got just the character for you. Avalon, you got a cat pun for us?
Oh man, I've been lacking on my cat pun processing. Hold on, let me Google something real quick. All right, I have a cat pun.
All right, let's hear it.
You should go out there, live your life ferociously, and be unapologetically yourself for as long as you can be.
Knee slapper.
Hey, they're just supposed to be puns. They're not supposed to be funny.
I'm laughing. Don't check the recording.